and welcome back to I'm for Place. Let's take care of this bird here. Okay, let's see. There you go. Ah! Well, okay, that could have gotten a lot better. Let's see here. Come on. There. Oh, God. Come on. There we go. Okay. Here we go. So I am re-recording the audio for the rest of the Rayman series because the audio, if you've seen the former episode, is horrid for the rest of these recordings. So that's why I'm re-recording it. I found a way to only do a new audio track. So let's see if we can actually beat this bird boss here. Freaking. Yeah, so this is actually probably the simplest boss in the game. All you really do is, basically it's a flying version of the plant boss from earlier. And all you really do is, hit the pink spots. I wouldn't call it hard, but it definitely is, like, you see, it definitely is, like, challenging, especially when you, like me, had like a I had a joypad which was almost completely broken at the time. Well, not broken, but the rubber thingy which is supposed to hold your thumb in place on the analog stick was coming off, so I found it quite difficult to actually beat this. I think any child could do a lot better than me. And here it goes. That's actually the hardest part of her, or him, or whatever you want to call it. That sucking air thing she does. His, him, she, her. I kind of like this boss though. I've removed the sound, but throughout all that, you can see she opens her mouth quite often, and throughout all that, she just does this really silly scream. It's like ah, and it's just the voice actor who did it just did a really good job with it. It's really silly and it's really funny combined with this imagery. You know, see, it took me a couple of tries, and I actually thought like it would take me a lot longer. I feel like the boss would normally take more hits, but this was I can't remember. Was this the last boss in the game before you go to the final world? Or do we go to see Moray next? Yeah, I'm rewatching this as I'm recording the audio. Just to make it as no, we still need to do Moray. Okay, let's go do Moray then. But yeah, it's weird that they put the bosses at the final part of the game. Moray. It's just normally you'd fight the bosses right after you've done the final world part of the world. So initially I thought this game didn't have any bosses. As I've also said in the game, I really thought like, where the fuck are the bosses? Because there's bosses in Legends, and they're actually kind of freaking hard at times. At least I had a lot of problems with them, and they're not as easy as, at least. I found some of these incredibly easy. Like this level is just flee from the big crab thing and then punch Murray in the right place at certain times. This was probably the easiest swimming level as well. I mean, I've had a lot of trouble with the other swimming levels, and this is just, well, look, I'm just kind of going through the motions here. And let me remind you, I had not played the game for a week when I played this level. Um, so it is really like, I don't know. It could be that I just got really lucky. Um, but really, the thing I had the most trouble with in this stage was not even Murray himself, but those little, you see those little red things that swim around him at times. Cause Murray himself is just kinda, oh look at me, I'm a giant red thing that's swimming in circles and shit. There we go. Okay, I might have done it in the second try even. I was really surprised when I played this stage that I could complete it so quickly. The same thing with the bird boss. I really thought it would have like more to it. It would have like a surprise motherfucker moment, but apparently not. It just kind of ended. The game itself, it's a fun game. I really love the look of the game. Of course, by the time I'm rewatching this, I've completed the game entirely, and that's actually either the next episode or the episode after that. Um, and I have to say, the ending of the game, at least the incomplete ending. I know I didn't get all the teeth for that skull dude. Um, is a bit disappointing. However, I really liked all the stuff up to it, so I guess it's kind of like it's about the journey, not the destination, kind of thing. And then I talked over the big reveal that Murray was just a shrimp. Yeah, I'm sorry. Right, hey, look at this. I got all the things for this level. There you go. Even got a shiny gold medal. So I don't know if you want 100% completion for this game. I'm guessing you need to free all the Electoons, get all the teeth, and then do whatever comes after that. And then of course have freed all the characters, so you have all the playable characters in the game. I'm not sure. I might return to the game at some point. I'm kind of curious about that final thing you unlock by getting all the teeth. But at the same time, I'm not really in the mood for redoing the tricky treasure levels. So it might be like a thing where I skip those, honestly. Let's go into the next world. This is the final world of the game. Again, unless you like unlock all the stuff. Here you go, like this thing telling you not to go, and it's nothing but another mosquito level, which I love. I love these mosquito levels. It's like they could really just. I've said this before as well. They could really just have made an entire game where you fly around on the mosquito, and I would have bought it in a heartbeat, because I really think some of these mosquito levels have been really well designed. And then we come to the annoying part about this. We're getting into like a steampunk world now, and that may sound extremely cool, but it did have some problems. Like, they have these unkillable enemies, and there's this time in the game where I'm just redoing the same thing over and over again because I just can't get past it. And it's not even the final level of the game. It's like a thing you just have to do when it's just about timing. Now, of course, platform titles can have things about timing, and I don't know why I'm complaining this much about it, but there was just something about that part that it just didn't sit well with me. And I'm a big platforming fan. I mean, anyone who's watched any videos on my channel can tell that like I do platformers mostly. Because I love platformers a whole lot, and nah, this just didn't sit well with me at all. On the other hand, like it's more interesting than what Mario has been up to the last couple of years. And this game in general. I mean, both Mario and Sonic has gotten extremely like, this is what we do. This is the kind of universe we live in, and this is what happens. If you check the Rayman worlds, this game in particular, like all the worlds, all the levels, all the characters you meet and enemies are really, really imaginative. Like Mario can have like, oh, here's a level that's made out of cookies or whatever, but not in the same way. It's gotten really like, people have gotten really used to like, this is what the Mushroom Kingdom is. This is what it looks like, and that's a huge shame because everything has started to kind of blend together for me. Regards to Mario games, I can't really play the new Super Mario Brothers games because it just feels so formulaic. It feels like that complaint everybody has about EA Sports titles being just a rebunk every year. That's what I feel like New Super Mario Brothers has turned into, and the same goes for Sonic titles. A lot of the Sonic titles are just the same thing. Oh, and then you get the 7 Chaos Emeralds, and then you get the Super Mushroom or whatever, and then oh no, the princess got kidnapped. She's in another castle. It's like they've become a parody of themselves or a reference to themselves, and by going away for a couple of years, Rayman has somehow like missed out on that. Thankfully. Oh god damn it. Now this is something you will see me fail at a couple of times because I'm a big numpnut and I don't really get what I'm supposed to do here. Obviously, I'm supposed to just smash the jar, but you can see here I'm just getting trapped in the thing, just kind of yelling about this game being unfair or something like that. I think I do on the original recording, just going, "Oh no, wait, how are you supposed to do this? How do I get out of this shit?" Yeah, I do a lot of shit talking while playing these games, and I do a lot of like, oh no, this is badly designed, when in reality it's just me that doesn't get it. I do a lot of that, especially on hard games, because I'm a giant pussy, and a giant man-child who thinks I'm supposed to have my way with everything while I play video games. Um, but trust me, I do like enjoy difficulty. I just when I lose, I'm quick to call shit out when I really shouldn't. When it's really my fault all along. Um, I'd start going like, oh no, this game is too hard. Why would you design such a hard game for kids? When in reality, there's just a trick to it that you gotta get, that you can guess in like 2 minutes if you just actually think about what's going on the screen. And I apologize if any of you have ever felt like your fairy game or something has been insulted because I've been like, oh, this is so unfair. I'm sorry. I'm a big numpnut, and yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. This level though, crap. I'm doing I'm doing horridly. Look at this. I'm just kind of going through the same mistakes over and over again. Um, Doing worse than before, even sometimes. It's just, this is kind of embarrassing to look at. um, I've started to, I've not done it on Rayman, but I've started to like cut out empty walking around in some of the other games, and I will probably do so also going forward, because it's like, oh, and then he met another random minion enemy, and then he died to that person or something. I'll not cut out the fails if they're interesting to look at or slightly interesting to look at. But if I'm just like walking through a hallway and there's one dude and I kill that dude and then I walk further down the hallway, chances are I will just show the beginning of the hallway and the end of the hallway and be like, there, I went through a hallway. I don't do walkthroughs, I do let's plays, and if there's anything where I'm not really saying anything or being at least trying to be a little bit interesting, then I'll cut it out, because it's not really any reason for you guys just see every little minuscule detail of me walking around these levels. And then there will be episodes like this one where I just ramble on about different shit. Wasn't that guy just telling me that I shouldn't go through this, and now he's dancing around this canning going like, oh yeah, you got all the little Lilic tunes and shit. Yeah. Now, if you've played the original Rayman game, which is the game I've referenced a lot while playing this because it's one of the only other Rayman games I've played, you'll notice that character does not look like the character he does in the first game. Actually, nothing at all. And that might get you a bit suspicious. Hint, hint. But we'll talk about that when that comes up. But yeah, look at this. Look at this fail. I don't really know why Rayman went away. I'm guessing it's because his games started doing awfully. I remember, like, I remember playing the first one a lot in a youth center I went to when I was a kid. And then the second one came out, which I never played. I think it's called The Great Escape. And that was completely 3D. And I don't know if there's any other completely 3D games. But then, at one point, they started doing the Raving Rabbids thing instead. And it seemed like they completely, like, detracted from Rayman. Like, Rayman became like a slave to his own franchise or something. Not a slave, but like he became a cameo in his own damn franchise and in his own damn games. Because then there came a whole series of Raven Rabbids games, and then they kind of went away. That was like the Wii era, right? And then came this one, where everybody was like, oh, Rayman's back, and Rayman is doing all this stuff, and it's like a traditional platformer. When I first heard about this game, because it's like, it's 4-player, it's 2D platformer, it has a classic mascot character, I thought, okay, this is new Super Mario Bros. Wii, with the Rayman reskin. And it's not. It's really not. It is its own thing. It's actually a complete game, and it doesn't have like. If you ever played the new Super Mario Bros. Games, especially like the console games, you'll probably agree that those are really empty. Like, nothing much is going on screen. You see the bottom of the screen where you run around and you meet the enemies, and then the rest of the screen is just kind of empty. It just has the backdrop. And this game does not do that. It actually has stuff going on. It has enemies. It shows you, okay, now you gotta go up, now you gotta go down, now you gotta look out for this giant ass enemy, and now you gotta look out for this robot that shoots beams and shit. Like, tons of shit is going on the screen. Not so with the new Super Mario Bros. Titles. I don't know why I keep like, oh, let's shit on new Super Mario Bros. Some more. But yeah, I think the episode is about to be over, so I'll just end with saying, like, this is a really pleasant surprise, and I'm glad I got into this series again, because I really missed Rayman. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode and listen to me ramble on about random shit. Um, Next time we'll go and do some Electoons, and I think it might be over soon. Until then, this has been Angford Plays. Bye!